Maybe I'm Gucci. Alright, so so what you guys all need to learn is that you need to bookmark this shit. So that's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna bookmark this shit. Whew. Which is a link to the Zafina frame data. I'm not gonna have any music so people can watch this VOD. Ugh. Okay, so Zafina, I would probably say that she has the best movement in the game, right? But I haven't tried it out that, like, if she gets hit from a sidestep where Lily can sidestep or whatever. And then she has evasiveness in some moves. And those moves are usually back 1+2, a low. Far-reaching low, that's -17 on block. Down 3, which is a low, that's -13 on block when she goes into Mantis stance, which you should always do. That can evade mids as well. Then she has while standing 2. It crushes like crazy. It's her 18 frame while standing launcher, that's -14. And then she has while standing 1, 2. That can evade shit as well. So those are the 4 moves that usually evade shit, from my understanding. And then she has 3 stances. Scarecrow, when she stands on 1 leg. Mantis, when she kinda like... I can show you. Scarecrow. She can't block in this stance and her movement is very limited. Right? Then down 3+4 is Mantis. Here she can block mids, but not lows. This is her most useful stance. And this stance you would have to deal with after certain moves on hit. And the least useful stance is the one that's people are getting most trouble with, or think it's the most. It's this, right? Because it evades so much. She can't block in it, she can only go forward. And it has kind of limited moves. So those are the 3 stances. And this is an evading low. This is back 1+2 that I talked about. This is down 3. It doesn't look like much. This is while standing 2. And this is while standing 1, 2. Which you can delay a bit. This is on delay. That's it. That's delay. Alright. Now I'm gonna check the frame data here. So now we're gonna check. This is the Scarecrow stance. And Scarecrow 1, 13 frame move. Scarecrow 2, she can do this. Right? And Scarecrow 2, on counter it, is a launcher. And this is a 14 frame move. Scarecrow 3 is a 13 frame move. Scarecrow 4, 14 frame power crush launcher. Launch punishable on block. If he holds back, she's -18. I think if you do stay in Scarecrow, she's still like -13 or -11, so she can't block. So you can still just launch her. Every time you block this, you should launch. And then she has this move, Scarecrow 1+2. She has more moves than this. But this move is a 17 frame mid. That's +6 on block. If she holds down afterwards, she goes into Mantis. But I would rather be standing and be +6 than going into Mantis. So now we're gonna check the options that she has from this, right? So I'm gonna record 1, 2, 3 because her 1, 2, 3 into Scarecrow is 0 on block. So every time she does 1, 2, the only follow-up that can come is 3. So you should duck it because it's a high, right? So 1, 2, 3. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to be in Scarecrow at 0 frames to see what we can do, you know. 1, 3, even though it kind of looks, you know, the kick, that's not 0 on block. 1, 3 is used as a punisher. If she does this into Scarecrow, she's actually -4. No. This, don't respect this. And if she doesn't go into Scarecrow stance from 1, 3, she's actually -8. So -4, -8. Never. This is a punisher. She's not supposed to use it as a outside of punishment. So we're gonna record into the 10 frame mode. Alright? So this is how we check shit out. So now we know 0, high crush. 10 frame move, 10 frame. Alright? So what I'm interested in checking out now is that we know that the high, the 1, is 10 frames. The 2 is a mid, which is 14 frames. The 3 is a mid, which is 13 frames. And the 4 is a 14 frame mid, right? And she has 1 + 2, which is a 17 frame mid. So what I was interested in is 1, 2, 3 on block, but she can also get this from 1, 3 from Mantis. And that's 0 on block as well. So even though it kind of looks like 1, 3, but it's 1, 3 from Mantis. Okay? So if she goes into stance afterwards, she's 0 on block. So what would happen is that you're gonna face people that plays online. You're gonna do this into this, and you block those 2 hits, and you will believe like, oh, now it's my turn because I blocked 2 moves. 2 moves, not 5. 2 moves. So you will believe it's gonna be your turn. And she's just gonna do like press this. Like I've seen so many people do it. They like once they start learning this flow chart, they're like, heh. So they use this flow in order to set this up, and then they're gonna launch you. So we're gonna go through. So the frame data is exactly the same from Mantis 1, 3 as 1, 2, 3 on block. All right. So now we go back to this. And we have so now we're gonna check what happens. Can a generic down 4 deal with all the options? That's what I'm interested in. I'm not sure. Alright. So that was the high. Now we take the 2. I'm mashing, so I get out 2, 2. So let's see. Now we do the 3. Hello, Shellshock. Nice to see you. Alright. Now we do the 4. And now I'm gonna check, is there any other move that might fuck with this? Or beat it, not. So keep it PG. It's gonna be 3 + 4, I think. So now we do this. You see? So that's Scarecrow 3+4. Usually the move that you do only when to tailspin. And that move is -12. Punish. You see. So that one you can start to bait out. Alright, so what we learned here is that if she does a block string, it's not actually a good mix-up for her on block. So you can actually just do a generic down 4 with lead, down back, or down back 4 with lead. So let's try again. We're gonna do. Oh shit, wrong input. And see how this works. Oh yeah. See, she can get it to whiff. So now we're gonna do this. So you guys learn. Like this is gonna, this is gonna be, you know, better when both people know the matchup really well. So I don't think Zafina plays that you play online is gonna do that to you. Well, you're gonna trade with the basic 3 if you do a 13 frame down 4 with Chloe Nugget, because her basic 3 from Scarecrow is 13 frames. Oh shit. It's all about frame data. So now you see? But you won't be the first. This is gonna be when people start to learn the matchup. Let's try it down 3. Down 4 works. And least down 4 is good because it's a 12 frame low that doesn't high crush. So the only way for her to beat this is gonna be with the 1, which is 10 frames, or the jumping low. So this is the only way she can beat the down 4. With the 1, the 2 will get interrupted. The 3 will get interrupted. Oh. The 4 will lose its power crush because it's a low. So yeah. So you can use this and only be scared of 2 options as well. And then she can't hold back, right? So this is for Lee. Okay, so do you guys follow now with the Scarecrow? 1, 10 frames. 2, 14 frames. 3, 13 frames. 4, 14 frames. 1 plus 2, plus 6 on block. 17 frames. And remember, 2, 2, just 2, 2. So let's see what happens on count it on the second hit. Knockdown. Oh, we don't need to. Just 3, 3. 3, 4, 3. 3, 3, 4. 3, 3 down. This. Alright. And now I'm gonna show you why Zafina players should always do. Nope. She goes out of stance. This. So now when Zafina plays, they use this online. Right? So now we're going to record it. So the thing is that low, when she doesn't go into Mantis stance, like after two mid kicks, you should always low parry, and I'm gonna explain why. You shouldn't block low. See, and she gets a combo. So mid, low. The thing is that if you do 3-3 down 4 hold down, and then hold back, look now. Not only is it that you should do, so yeah, you can actually just launch punish it. I'm sorry, I was thinking, no, you shouldn't be able to. Am I doing it wrong? The frame data might be incorrect then if it says it's -14, so let's try again. Yeah, maybe I cancelled that. I don't know, maybe this is a practice mode bug? I don't know. This is weird. The frame data says that this one is -14, but you know, it doesn't even say punish here. Did you guys notice that? Yeah. So why doesn't he block? Here we go. Finally got it correct. You see? It's -14. So with this low, I would always do low parry. Especially with Lee versus, you're always gonna get more value low parry with Lee versus Zafina. Okay, and then you're gonna face players that are gonna check you with this shit. It's Scarecrow down 4-3. And they do Scarecrow down 4-3-3, which is a natural combo snake edge. The animation is 28 frames. So it's gonna be hard. But this is a move that is -23 on block. And yeah, it's a big launch. +12, 71. But so in order to keep it simple, when they do this on block, you should do a generic down 4. The only way they can avoid it is by holding back in Scarecrow, or in a Scarecrow, yeah, or by pressing 2+4 to low crush it. So I'm just trying to give you like easy pointers, but it's really important that you understand the frame data. So yeah, I also think that you can do that. That's down back too. You can probably still do dick jab. Let's see if dick jab works as well. Oh, so the power crash works on special hits. So yeah, now this is the best one. if I do sidestep here, I get hit by this. And this is a sidestep left. So I need to do a good sidewalk. Magronak. I'm just trying to make it so that the players can stop them from doing a flowchart and just immediately interrupt it. Alright, so that's when she goes into Mantis, Scarecrow, when she's 0 on block. What happens now is that, what happens when she does 1-3 on hit as a punisher, she's +5, right? So I would advise you to block mid. She can poke you with this low, which is annoying, and that low is only -14 on block. So again, you're better off low parrying with her if you're playing lead. So if you eat this, +5 into stance, or +1 not being into stance, and you're not going to be able to tell the difference before you want to press a button. So +5 has a counter hit launcher with this, which is mid. So when you eat this, be afraid to press a button. So let's see what happens if you get hit by 1-3 and she does Scarecrow 2. Oh shit, didn't come out. Gets it to the left. And now when she's +5, let's try the 10 frame move, which is 1. Yeah, I can't step it. Too few frames. But it's high. And now we do a 13 frame hit, which is the 3. So that's why you should have been trying to sidestep when you get hit by shit that and makes it so that she has plus frames and ends in Scarecrow. So let's see, what else do people struggle with? I've been gone. Most of you have seen me talk about this, but this move is a 16 to 17 frame counter hit launcher. It has 2 active frames. It's 1 plus 2. This move on its own is -12. But she has a follow-up, which is 4-4. Right? And these hits are natural combo. 1 plus 2, 4. -12. The second hit is -10. And the third hit is -11. But it's not a 3-way mix-up, because if you block the second hit, your 10 frame punish will interrupt the last hit. So you only need to block once or twice, and then you do your punish. Alright? And my advice to you is that you either be the player that challenges her immediately after this, but most people online won't fall for it. So either you block it and do your 12 frame punish immediately, or you wait for this hit and then you do your 10 frame punish. And the reason why I advise you to go for the second one is because they don't do this move because most moves are gonna get blocked, right? They do this move in order to get you eat the third hit. And if you eat the third hit, which is guaranteed if you eat the second hit on counter hit, right? Then she gets a big combo. So I would like, as soon as they start doing this, because they want to have a good counter hit launcher that you're gonna have trouble punishing, because you don't want to eat the 2 follow-ups, the 1 + 2 4 4, right? So they start using this, right? Then you start punishing it. But in the beginning, the people that you're gonna play, that play Zafina online, they're gonna use this. So now we're gonna record that string, and then I hold back. So what we can see is that the third hit is gonna be -11. Alright, so that's what happens when I try to punish the first hit. That shit. 40 damage launcher. But if you block the second hit... Oh, doesn't it 2 reach? So... And if I only do 2 hits now, it's a punish. So do you understand? It's only a 2-way mix-up. 1 hit or 2 hits. 1 hit or 2 hits. And I would advise you, in the beginning, people just want to make you fall for 1 + 2 4 4. They want to hit this shit, because the damage is so great, right? So just wait for the second hit, and then you do your 10-frame punish. If you're playing Gigas, you're gonna have a lovely day. So that's another of the strings that you can deal with. A really important string to learn, to remember to that you have to duck the second hit, is forward 2 3. That string. And she can hold back to not go into Scarecrow, but most people don't hold back. So they do this, right? And if you block it, it's gonna be 0 on block, and she's in Scarecrow. But the thing is that it's a start out with a 19-frame attack, which is mid, and a counter hit launcher. Let's see. Boom. You see? The first hit is a counter hit launcher as well. So what happens is that you always need... This is a thing that's gonna be hard, but you need to learn how to duck this on reaction. Like, you block the first hit. Right? So let's see if I do the whole string, forward 2 3 4. The last hit is a wall bounce, and if it's like bomb, hit, block, and I'm gonna on counter hit, second to third is guaranteed. So Lee can easily flip kick here. So this move you need to duck, so she doesn't get a free Scarecrow mix-up online. I can check soon, Casper. I'm going through in my own order. So forward 2 3, always duck the second hit. Really important. Forward 2 3. And if she starts using this move, because she wants to get the counter hit, right, to a combo, this move in itself is minus 18. How do I do fucking flip kick? Why can't I do flip kick? Okay, either way. What else can she do? Like this move is +3 high, launcher on normal hit, but it's at 21 frame high, right? If she ends up in Scarecrow, she's +3. If she doesn't want to be in Scarecrow, she's -1. So some Zafinas, if you're gonna be like solving the Scarecrow shit that they want to abuse on you, maybe all of a sudden this move comes out. So remember, if you block it, she's +3. But it's like, so you won't be able to do the generic down 4. Okay. -13. You don't have time to sidestep or anything. It's a 1 frame window, so you can't even parry there. So -13 and 2 hits. Also -13. So down forward 1, 2, second hit -13. Down forward 1, 2, 1, third hit -13. Quite easy to remember. But the important part is gonna be this. For Lee. Like he can't reach with the jab, right? 2 seems to reach. So with Lee, do this. So try to do your correct punish and avoid jabs. Okay. Now what happens is that if I eat the second hit, let's see what happens. I'm gonna hold forward on the second hit and then try to block. You see? I can still block it. And the first 2 hits are guaranteed on normal hit. But if I eat the second hit on counter hit, I'm gonna show you. That shit happens. So if I try to press a button, that shit will happen. Yeah, so even if you try to sidestep after down forward 1, you can still block it. Her down forward 1 is -5 on block, which sounds like, you know, that it's horrible, but it's like it's actually working for her because she has such great movement, she has follow-ups. And it's +7 on hit. So her down forward 1 is really, really annoying. And it tracks versus sidestep right, sidewalk right. It's one of her best tools. So, but just so you know, the 2 down forward 1, 2 -13, down forward 1, 2, 1 -13. She has down forward 1, 4. This move is plus 12 opponent guarding on hit. Which means that if you eat that shit, be careful. But it's mid-high, so... You see? You can punish it with neutral hop kick, which is 23 frames. So if you play a character that has a while standing 18 frame while standing punisher, you can still do it easily. So what happens is then if they're gonna be like, oh, you duck my shit, and then they're gonna start doing down forward 1-2. Her down forward 2 is super good. I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna record 1 into down forward 2. And now I'm gonna try to interrupt it with a jab. Or 2. And magic forwards. So but jabs doesn't work. And now we're gonna try to sidestep it. Oh shit, what the fuck? That's strange. Didn't work with another character, I tried. I did a really smooth sidewalk. But if you just sidestep, you're gonna get... Okay, something weird with Lee then. But it's really good against both sides, usually. Maybe not from this specific situation, I don't know. But it has high evasion versus jabs. But if we block it, it's minus 12. So it's like Dragonos, but 16 frames. It launches crouchers. So, punish. Auto punish. Instinctive. And that's gonna be her most common whiff punisher, because you can see the range, right? Has really good range, her down 4-2. This is down 4-3. If he just presses down 4-3, she goes into Scarecrow. But that's a shit transition. This is minus 5 on block, so you never do that shit. You can hold back to end up standing. Then she's actually minus 10, but you're never gonna press a button there, right? The thing is that this is her 14 frame punisher, and you press down forward 3, 4. And then she gets this mini combo for 49 damage. Or she can press back 3 afterwards for no damage, worse for 1 more damage, 50 damage, way worse OK. So this is a really strong 14 frame punisher, and then she just dashes into a 50-50. And from down 4-3, she has down 4-3, down 4. Oh. And this is mid-low. So whenever you block this down 4-3, you should always either do a low parry or low block. I would suggest doing a low parry, because this low is minus 14 on block. And if you hit the second hit on counter hit, she gets a combo. So this is... Zafina should only be using this move as a 14 frame punisher or a whip punisher. The range is fairly good, right? But she should never be able to just throw it out as a poke and hope that it hits. You should always duck or low parry. Okay? And this is minus 6 on block. And down forward 1-4 is also -6 on block. And this kick is -6. So you see this kick? Kind of look like this kick, right? Almost like so. -6, -6, -6. This is a 12 frame mid with a follow up, and this move is actually -16. So they're never gonna stay here. They're never gonna do this shit because they're gonna get launched. This is down 1. So they have a delayable follow up, and this is only guaranteed on counter hit, this string, right? But if you eat the second hit and counter hit, she gets a launch. So they try to fish with this, right? This, like this. But the second hit is -12. And I don't think you have time to size that, no. And now we come to the good stuff. So this is down 2. It's a mid with tremendous reach. Right? You can whip punish from here. Those two are natural combo. Down 2-4. As we can see. And she has a third hit afterwards. And that hit is a natural launcher. But only these two are natural combo. So this is actually like a really good whiff punisher. But the thing is that when she does down 2-4, she enters Mantis. Then she can do down 2-4 hold down, and she enters Tarantula. But she's actually -22. So I'm gonna do down 2-4 now, and holding back. And she will be able to block my neutral hop kick. Okay, I don't have the reach, but so you can just easily punish with this, right? So it's really punishable. I don't know how fast that is, but so with I don't know if other characters will reach. Yeah, it seems to be that. Oh, hop kick reached with Lee. Maybe because of the lower hitbox. Okay, so with Lee you should do 4-3. I don't know. Let's see if I can dash. No, doesn't seem to work. So it's -22 with pushback. And now we're gonna do the Mantis to check. Down 2-4 hold down. See, then you whiff. So what should we do here? What the fuck? Okay. So what should we actually do here? Is this your punish? Because everything seems to whiff. What else does he have? That's because if back 4 whips, maybe. Nope. Hi, Cyrus. But I don't think I can do blazing kick on 22 frames. Okay, but most people will be in Mantis stance because they want to do Mantis down 3-1, which I'm gonna go into. But the thing that's important is that down 2-4-3, that this kick is kind of risky. So it's minus 40, the last hit. Bam. Try this side. I can't step it. So I get hit. So you need to block it. So that's why they use it, because when you start punishing them for doing 2 hits, they're gonna do the 3rd hit. So just be prepared for that. And the 3rd hit is 40, minus 40. And if she does down 2-4 into Tarantula, it seemed like, I would guess, I'm gonna try this now. Down 2-4, back. You see, because this low is 22 frames fast, you can actually use it as an option select punish versus her going into Mantis or her going into Tarantula. But the point I was trying to make is that when she does this, launch her or punish her for it on block. This low, this is down 3, that one is minus 15, down 3 to down, so she comes into Mantis stance is minus 13. Both of them, this one is plus 4 when she goes into Mantis, and this one is plus 2. So all the Zafinas are gonna go into Mantis stance because it's safer and she gets the combo on counter hit. And the combo is, the one that I'm using at the moment is this. Right? But you're gonna see players do like this. For example. So this low evades a lot of shit. So let's see. Ah, shit. Oh, he's done for. A lot of characters. You can go make. I think I made the last down forward one with. And the low is 22 frames fast. So. So it's important that this low, I would advise low parry it instead of, like with versus Zafina, guess low parry instead of guess low block. Because she's not gonna use that many lows that are minus 15 or more. It's gonna be this, which is a snake edge. This low has a high follow-up that is a natural hit launcher. And she can actually hit scan it on counter hit. You see? He starts holding his toe. Because you can delay it. This is undelayed. And this is with delay. So in the play. You get the drift. But this low on its own is launch punishable and negative on hit. It's down 4. It's minus 3 on hit. but the follow-up is high. So if you eat this, start ducking. Okay. This move is down back 2. It's a 13 frame mid. Reach is okay. -9 on block, +3 on hit. And then knockdown on counter. So it's a 13 frame safe mid that knocks down, right? And now we're gonna do this. Have they buffed his? So it tracks really well versus right. It tracks sidestep left, but not sidewalk left. At +1. So that's down back 2. So it's a safe move, and she's forced to use it in order to stop you from doing dumb shit. Because I think the best counter hit tool she has that is quick is gonna be this, right? And that's 30 damage. And this is even more. So this is actually better. This is just 1 frame faster. And I'm gonna go through while this is gonna be the solution from Zafina players for stopping you to press buttons in specific situations. Because you're gonna need to start challenging Zafina players as well. So you don't feel like, oh, she can just do whatever she wants. So that's down back 2. This low is down back 3. I suggest you that you always do down back 3 back when you play her, because then you don't end up in Scarecrow. If you do this move on block and end up in Scarecrow, she's -8, right? But because she can't block in this stance, but she can do a power crush, she can actually do power crush versus 16 frame moves then. So you can actually hop kick it. But the thing is that all Zafina players are gonna do this, which is that they don't wanna be in Scarecrow. So it's a down back 3. That's a 18 frame low. Tracks really well if you're gonna sidewalk right. Nothing to the left. And what you see is that the damage is actually kind of chunky, because it's only -11. This low is only -11, and it deals 15 damage. And it's 0 on hit when she does this. If she goes into Scarecrow, it's +3 on hit, which I can show you. So this low parry. Yes, low parry, 18 frames, no high crush. It's one of her best lows. Salayena, you have a lot of stuff guaranteed after counter it down back 2. The thing is that I try to do a good dash, because the recovery is kind of bad. Oh. You see, I can't just immediately press back 3, I need to dash back 3. But they can hold back and start avoiding it, so I think it's not even worth trying. You can do this, and it registers as a combo. But it's not good. So I advise people to just do this. Oh yeah, maybe down 2 is better. Yeah, down 2 is best. Sorry, that's true. Just do this. But down back 3, really useful low, -11. So low parry. Now we have this low, this is down back 4, right? The thing is that this low reaches so far, and she has a mid follow-up. And they are combo and counter it. And then she gets a big launch, right? And this low tracks if you're gonna go left. And the first hit is minus 13 on block, minus 4 on hit. But she can also go into Mantis. And then she's minus 14 and minus 5. So this low, minus 13, right? And if she does the launcher, she's minus 13 as well, but standing. So now we're gonna record the whole string, and I'm gonna show you something. Oh shit. So minus 13. What? Oh, why does it say minus 13 here on the frame data? What is it, minus 14? Oh, I did this. I'm dumb as fuck. It's I tested 2 13 frames. Okay, I'm dumb as fuck. Okay, but here's the fun part. Trade. So if you play Lee, when you block the first hit, just do this. Most Zafina players don't know about this, that you can actually do this as an option select with all characters. So if you block it and you don't want to risk, you just want to punish her, you can just do dick jab. You have 10 frames to interrupt. And Lee has a 10 frame while standing 3, right? So if you block this, normal characters do this, Lee and Lei can just do this immediately. And now we come to her infamous snake edge. Down back 1+2. And people get triggered if they get hit by this online. She gets this combo right. Let's see if I can get it. What? Wow, big damage, right? So this low is actually only minus 16. So if you play versus Nordic, for example, this is gonna be a horrible low, right? And she has a follow-up, but then she misses her combo. And the follow-up is minus 14. So now we're gonna record it. Holding back. So what happens is you block this shit and you try to be like, okay, I'm gonna launch Punisher for it. See? It trades then. The second hit trades with a 15 frame move. So with Lee, if you wanna be safe, if you block this, oh, you just do this move. Because 14 frames will always punish it and will always interrupt it. 15 frame trades. And she's minus 16 on the first one. So remember that, like, if you start, they get upset that you block the first one and hop kick them for it, they're gonna be like, oh, do you know about this shit? And then you be like, yeah, bitch, I know. So 14 frame beats the follow-up. Now we're gonna talk about this combo and the move that she has. This is an 18 frame mid. Which grants a hit throw for a lot of damage, and the range is really good, as we can see, right? But when she does this, she's minus 14 on block. So Please punish it. Oh. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. So that's back one. Okay, and now here's something important. This is our power crush, back 3. And it's safe. Look. It's -9, right? And you recover crouching. But the thing is that it's 24 frames fast, so it's one of the really slow power crushes. But the thing is, I'm gonna do this power crush now, and then I'm gonna jab. Dick jab, I mean. Oh shit. What? Oh yeah, sorry. She can go into Mantis stance as well. Never mind that shit. How long do I have to wait? So now I eat it, right? You see? She's -5 on hit. So when you eat this power crush, don't be like, oh shit, she's negative, she's -5. She's -4, she goes into Mantis stance. So if you play Lee, I would advise you to just use this move afterward. Or slide. So the power crush, don't, like, it's safe. The power crush is safe, but it's negative on hit. And it is hits ground. Her power crush is good. I don't think anybody will do. This is a 22 frame mid that you can hit confirm. Or hit confirm-ish, I would say. So it's not that useful. If she does both kicks, she's -14. And now we come to an important low. Back 1+2. So this is what people... Hawk kick almost always works, but it can whip. And this low, you recover crouching on hit. But she's -2. But the thing is that she recovers standing, so she can just dance around. So this low is super annoying and it evades so much. Let's see. This is me trying to do a down forward 1. Down forward 2. Should trade. She gets a counter. Forward 2. Why did she get... Why does she get a counter? Okay, there. So yeah, this back 1+2, it evades so much, right? Yeah, it avoids dick jabs. I can show you. Let's see if it works from here. Yeah, I had it avoid dick jabs as well. It's yeah, I've seen it like in slow mo. But yeah, so this low is super annoying. 16 frames, reaches so far, but it's minus 17 on block, and she's minus 2 on hit. But just so you know, your launcher can whip, but usually hop kicks will hit. There. Cut it. And again, you can always guess low parry versus Zafina. So that's one of the moves that evade a lot of stuff. This move is the first hit in her juggles. It's up forward 1. It's a high that's 19 frames. Has good reach. It's plus 4 on block. So it's one of the moves that she's using that's plus on block. This move you will almost never see. It's up 4-3. It's a 22 frame mid that's safe, jumping. But this is her hop kick, right? Her hop kick has a rather shit range, and it's 17 frames, but it's still minus 13. And the recovery is so bad, so she can't do this afterwards, so she forced to jab into this. Alright? So the hop kick is nothing special. If you block this move, this is up forward 1+2, just press any ground hitting move. Okay. She's minus 7. And now we're talking ground hitting moves, because we know I wonder what you should do there. This is an 18 frame move. And she's minus 7, so I don't think she can do anything versus this when it comes to Lee. So maybe Lee's good option versus Mantis stance is, Tarantula is down 2. Maybe. Let's see. Minus 7. Tarantula. Let's go. The fastest moves in Tarantula is 3, which is 14 frames. So let's record that. Yeah. So if she does this, Lee has this guaranteed. Oh, shit. Easy mode combo. I will just do this. Did they actually deal the same damage? Yeah. And that's up forward 1+2. They usually do it like that. But so, if you play Armor King, you can do a shoulder. Maybe in this game you can do down back 2-4 to get a tailspin. Just do anything that has a really low hitbox, right? That hits really, like, super close to the ground when she's in this stance. Because normal mids won't hit her. This move, this is 4-4-2. This is a high counter hit tailspin launcher. It deals 82 damage on counter hit. Here's the frame data, if you guys want it. So this move, right? It's only +1 on block. So you can easily challenge with a basic 4 with Lee. Alright? So challenge Zafina players. After this gets blocked, challenge them. Alright? Don't challenge with jabs though. Because alright, don't challenge with jabs. She can do this, right? So don't press 4-4 with lead. We can check. I don't think it like. So it's important. This move, it feels oppressive, but it's only +1. And now we come to a really important move with her. It's forward 4-3. This move. If she stands in the stance, she's +4. And holding back, she's still +4. So it's +4, +4. Okay? And what happens is, this is what they do on you. You see this into this. And that's because you aren't checking her with a fast enough move, right? You're thinking it's your turn. She's like psych. And the thing is that Scarecrow 1+2 on counter hit deals 91. Let's see if I can nail it. So that's why they do this move, right? To press like it, and the thing is, it's a counter hit launcher as well. So this is one of her best moves in the game. Forward 4-3. Mid, counter hit launcher, +4 on block, can go into Scarecrow. My advice to you is that we're gonna record now forward 4-3 into Scarecrow 1+2. Oh shit. And she has a follow-up that's useless, so don't give a shit about that. And she's +3, right? +4. And she's gonna do a 17 frame move. So now we know that I did it correctly in the record. So she trades with, so this is my advice. When you block this, do this. Alright? Because that forces her to do this. Oh shit. Alright. And Scarecrow 2 is -7 on block, but she ends up in Scarecrow, right? So she's forced to use Scarecrow 2 if you want to be safe. Because then she recovers standing, but Scarecrow 2-2. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, she has pushback. Okay, never mind. Today we learned. It's -10. Maybe Gigas can punish. Okay, that Scarecrow 2-2 is -10, but so you get a free mix-up because you won't reach. So this move, challenge it with Magic 4. Her launcher is 16 frames. Okay, so what I would do if I was a Zafina player and you challenge me is that I would go to my uninterruptible, safe mid that gives like something good on counter hit. So I would do this. Oh shit. Because then if you challenge me, you see? Oh, we dropped it. You see? So Lee can't backdash or sidewalk or interrupt that. Yeah, she can do Scarecrow down forward 4 as well. So the thing is that you want to stop her from using this. So what happens is that they do this move, hope that it will hit on counter hit, because then they get a combo. If it doesn't get on counter hit, then you just block it. She's +4, right? And then she tries to transition that move into a counter hit launcher if you press a too slow of a move. And if you block this move, she's +6. So the flowchart is good, like counter hit launcher that's +4 on block into a counter hit launcher that's +6 on block. Do you guys follow? So she's just trying to be like greedy as a motherfucker, all right? And she can always do this. Oh. Now look. Oh shit. I would advise you when she's +4, you hold back. Look now. So she's greedy, right? So I'm just trying to teach you that online Zafinas are gonna be greedy because you trade with a down forward 1. And Scarecrow 1+2 has a hitbox in the back as well. It has a really good hitbox. And it hits grounded. So she can also do this, right? And this low is -14. So my advice to you is that if she does check with 1 basic 4. Because it doesn't seem like you can interrupt this shit. Oh. You see? You can only crush this move. Or low parry. So you want to stop her from being greedy, so she has to do more moves, right? So that's my advice. From this, they're gonna do this. And they can also... I like to use some nut in Scarecrow. So I can use this. Or another one. Okay? So that's forward 4-3. +4 on block. Regardless if she goes into Scarecrow or if she recovers standing. And my advice to you is that if you block this, try to challenge her, even though it's +4. She can do this, right? And you're gonna get wrecked. But this move is launch punishable. So maybe you block it the first time and you notice that she does this, then you know that this wasn't her go-to stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like her flowchart was not going immediately into this. this move is a safe mid homing move that doesn't really jump over lows. Sometimes I've been able to crush lows, but I've been hit out of this with lows so many times, so I'm not really sure. It's -8 on block. It's really, really good. I consider this to be her absolute best move. You just spam it, and it can wall splat from such a long distance. And now we come to forward 4-3 plus 4. This is also a good move. And now we're gonna see if we can actually do an option select, because if she recovers standing, she's -11. If she holds down, she goes into Mantis stance and she's -13. So what happens is that if she goes into Mantis stance and you think she's gonna recover standing, she will avoid all your moves that you can punish with because they're gonna be high. So let's see. Recover standing. See, punish. Not punish. So, what the fuck? Why? Alright, and now we're gonna record when she goes into Mantis stance. You see, then you start whiffing. But what? Then the frame data is incorrect. Have they tried this shit? -12, sorry. -11 and -12, okay. Am I talking out of my ass? Didn't it used to be? I'm just gonna check a thing out. -11 and -12. Let's see. Oh, it always does like that. It was just me talking out of my head. So I think you can actually do an option select punish, which is gonna be generic down 2. So if you want to do a punish, do this. Or dick jab. Because dick jab you can hold forward afterwards and recover standing. Oh, dick jab whips. Okay, so do this with lead. Down back 2. No, because the generic down 4 can get low parried. Salahena. Like if I do... Oh shit. So yeah, low parry is 1 frame. Okay. So my advice to you, if you have a generic down 2 for lead down back 2, use that as an option select punish if you want to be high level. This move is +16 to +13. Running 3. It has so many active frames. And now we go, this move, -10. This is while standing 1. It's our 15 frame while standing launcher. The second move is -13. Now we're gonna record both moves. First one, -10. You trade with magic 4, right? So. So remember that. First one is punishable and you will interrupt the second hit. Because you have 10 frames to do something. I was thinking, can you sidestep? Yeah, doesn't seem perfect. So remember that while standing 1, they shouldn't be able to use it on you. They shouldn't be able to do this because it evades quite well. This move, minus 14, and she can go into this. But then she misses her combo. So always try to do your 14 frame Punisher on while standing 2. This move is rarely used. That's while standing 3. It's +5 on block, and she's in Tarantula. But it's high, and she has to do it from while standing. So remember, ending up in Tarantula, and it's like a one-kick move. Be careful of pressing buttons. This is full crouch, down forward 3. And she can hold down afterwards to end up in Mantis. So what they do, you're gonna eat this. This is guaranteed. And this is also guaranteed. Oh. Alright. So, but this low is stagger on block. See if you block it. Oh. Can probably just do flip kick as well. Alright. So, it's minus, let's see, minus 26. This move is sidestep 1+2. And this move is only -2 on block. Okay? You recover crouching. It's +8 on hit, you recover crouching. Oh, fuck. On counter hit, it knocks down. So, be careful about pressing buttons afterwards. This is a setup. You recover crouching, your options are limited, they can move freely. So be careful when they use this. And it's rather quick, it's a 17 frame move. So it becomes 26 from sidestep at the fast compared to other. So be careful about that. And now we come to this shit. Bam. Let's see, what can we do after we block Tarantula 1 with it? So if you block this with Lee, what? Alright, so now we learn this. This doesn't work. So you should just do while stand. So he has a really good Punisher. Wonder if you can do something cool. Oh shit. Nah, I would just do this. Easy mode. Right? So even though this low is -11 on block, she recovers in Tarantula stance, right? And the fastest move she has is 14 frames. But you can actually do a good combo out of it with Lee. So this low is super risky versus Lee. Whereas other characters usually just get like something else. Maybe King could just press while standing 2-2 and get a tailspin. that was Tarantula 1. This is Tarantula 2. It's a launcher. And it's safe. But it's 34 frames. What the fuck? Am I doing it? Do I need to time it? Okay, looks like it. And this is Tarantula 3. So let's record that. She's -7. Boom. So yeah, Lee has good options. And now we're gonna do Tarantula 3 into up. So she recovers standing. So what happens then is gonna be like this. And if she ever does that shit, she's -17. So let's try this Tarantula 3 again, without going up. Whiffs. So you can do this if you... So now we're gonna see like why this stance is so risky. Tarantula 4. They usually do Tarantula 4, 3. And the second hit is a launcher, that's -14 on block. You can hold down after. Otherwise, she recovers in Mantis, right? Rock the cradle. I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Just remember that you need to punish this with a 14 frame move. It's Tarantula 4-3. And now we're gonna go to Tarantula 1+3. If you block this, she's -12, and you recover crouching. So if she does this jumping shit, remember to just do your while standing 2, while standing 4, or your while standing 3-3 with Lee. It's not safe. And those are the Tarantula moves. So it isn't that weird. We can go through afterwards with other characters to check. But usually it's just hit them with something that, if they stand in Tarantula, that it hits really close to the ground. And they're gonna be in a floatable state. Scarecrow, we already went through. This is down forward 4. Knockdown on counter hit. -14. That's important. And she's +7 on hit. So when you get hit by this and you recover crouching, just chill. This low is down 3 from Scarecrow. 18 frames. It's -3 on hit. But I would never advise you to press a button, because you can press down 3, 3. You see? And if that down 3 hits on counter hit, it's a natural combo on counter hit. Alright? And so from this, from this down 3, it can only be a high, or she can do 2 lows. So now I'm gonna record it both lows. And now I'm gonna eat the first one and see what you can do. So you can low parry the second one on hits. And if you do that, you will also duck the high, right? So every time you eat this low from Scarecrow, remember that you can low parry. And you will avoid the second hit. She has this move, Scarecrow 4, down 4. It's minus 25. And now we're gonna go through the hard stance. She doesn't have that many transitions to it as Scarecrow, but it's Mantis. And in Mantis, her 1 is 13 frames, her 2 is 13 frames. And let's see. Then she has some 15 frame moves, and then the rest of the moves are slower, right? So the most common thing to go into Mantis is gonna be from down 3 into down. Here, she's plus 4. So if you try to challenge her and she presses 2, I'm gonna challenge now. That's a counter hit launcher, that 2. And that 2 is actually a string Mantis 2, 1, 4. And that string on counter hit gives a combo, because the first hit gives the counter hit property, so they're in a juggle state. So the second hit is gonna float them, and the third hit is gonna tailspin them. Alright, so from this low, plus 4, 13 frames, and 13 frames, the 2. So what happens is, if she hits this, a common setup is that they press 1, 3, and then she ends up in Scarecrow. And like you remember at the beginning of the video, I told you guys that 1, 2, 3, you should always duck the third hit after 1, 2. But if she does 1, 2, 3, she's 0 on block, ends up in Scarecrow. And the same thing is applied when she did 1, 3 from Mantis. She's 0 on block in Scarecrow. So I see a lot of players do this. They hit you with the low. You get annoyed that you got hit by the low, right? But you know that she's plus, so you want to block. She does this as a frame trap. Sorry. This. And now you think, now I had enough, now it's my turn. And they do the armored launcher. The power crush 4. Right? They can also do this. And check you with this. Right? So my advice to you guys was that when this thing happens, you should do a generic down 4. Because the only way she can beat it is holding, is holding back, and you will whiff, or she will crush your low with Scarecrow 3+4. So now we go back to Mantis stance. Plus 4, and she can do this. So that's a good check move. So let's see if we can do anything about it. So it seems to be weak versus sidestep left. Right? And now we try sidestep right. Oh shit, sorry. Oh my god, please let me through. Thank you. You need to do a sidewalk right, because if you step you eat the 3. Thank you for the follow. Alright. So now we know that the 1 seems to be not that good at tracking. So even though she's +4 and does a 10 frame move, you can still sidestep it, right? And now we're just gonna switch it up. What happens if she does the 2 instead? Which is the same frame, same speed. Alright. Interesting. And now we see what happens if we have to sidestep to the right. I don't seem to be able to sidewalk right here, right? Okay. No, you can't say it jails. It jails. 1-3 jails. I can show you guys. What the fuck? I can't duck. It jails. I can't hold forward either. Alright, so the thing is that Mantis 1 is safe, whereas Mantis 2 is actually -14. Let me say, maybe it's more, let's see. Yeah, -14. So Mantis 2, -14, Mantis 2-1, -14, Mantis 2-1, 4, -13. So it's gonna be a lot to take in, you know, to know the different frame data. But so you know, if she checks with this, she's punishable. Let's see if they jail. Yeah, they jail as well. So Mantis 2-1 jails, and now we do Mantis 2-1, 4. The last hit doesn't jail, and I don't think you can step it. You can't interrupt it. Alright? But the good part is then that you know that Mantis 2 and Mantis 2-1 jails. So you can, and -14, -14. So you can punish them. Alright? And now we go to the thing that they usually do. It's gonna be this, which is down 3, 1. And down 3 is 15 frames. And she's +4, right? And you recover crouching. So let's see. So Lee can actually avoid this shit on hit because he has a 10 frame while standing free. Trade here. But this is risky because of this, which was 14 frames, right? Was it? 13 frames, sorry. -14. So you're gonna see this, and the second hit is -9. Down 3, 1. So take your turn. And if this hits, you get a combo. And this is a counter hit launcher. So what can we do versus Mantis stands down 3-1? Let's figure out. How did I get... I got the second hit too low. How did I do that? Oh, that's gonna be some fun technique. You can start jumping over. That's a jail. Yeah, it jails on hit, it seems. What? No, it doesn't. But, okay. So low parry is the key if you wanna deal with it. Everything with Zafina is you deal with stuff by doing low parry. And now she has Mantis test down 1. And this low is 15 frames, only minus 11, and it's 0 on hit. Right? And you can't use high moves versus this. You need to check it with a 13 frame mid. Or a 12 frame low, or whatever you have, right? So this low is actually kind of annoying. And I think this is guaranteed on counter hit. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. But, so this into this. So what happens if you, after you eat this, if you always do low parry, you're gonna eat this, right? And that's not too good. That's safe, uninterruptible, etc. But you can actually play around that way, that if they're gonna be the guy that wants to do this, or like just do a bunch of lows. She has so many lows from Mantis. Maybe you should guess low parry. From Mantis, you can do press down forward 2, and she gets this launcher. This launcher is 19 frames, and it's safe. But as you can see, it flips them weirdly. So she needs to tailspin immediately. And then she has this funky looking kick. That's down forward 3 from Mantis. So let's record that one. You see? So, thank you so much for the follow. So Lee can launch punish that. Yeah, but Mantis down 4, it's a knee that's super launch punishable. So what happens, like, what can you do? Because she's +4, you recover crouching, you can beat it with a dick. Oh! Interesting. But let's see what you can actually... Doesn't reach. Doesn't reach. So he's actually lucky that a lot of characters will have trouble with that kickdown. Good to know. Now when I play Zafina. Okay, nice. because the frame data says it's minus 17. And then she has from Mantis stance down 4. And this low is minus 24. So if you block it, remember, so and then she has up forward 3 from Mantis. Okay. Oh. And if you do block this, you recover crouching, right? But since you leave, voila. Oh shit. So yeah, if you block this, you can actually get a beefy punish that she's not used to. So the mids that you're gonna be careful of eating in Mantis stance is she's gonna check you with 1-3 because that's safe. But that one you could sidewalk both directions, we figured out, after down 4 on hit. Then she can do the counter hit launcher, 2, minus 14, 2-1 jails, minus 14, 2-1-4, minus 13. Important. So what happens after you get hit by this if you do a low parry? Punch parry. Alright. Okay. So you can deal with both the 1 and 2 with a punch parry with Lee. I wouldn't advise it because you can eat the lows, right? But so you also have a low parry option. You can sidestep versus the 1. The 2 is punishable. So you just need to even though it should be her turn, you know what I mean? She hit you with something. She is in a stance. She's +4. She should be the one to press buttons, but you actually have options to deal with stuff. Just remember that both the 1 and the 2 are uninterruptible because she's +4 and they are 13 frames. Kiki deliver, thank you so much. And now we're gonna go through. Oh, yeah, thank you. We're gonna go through the weird shit. This is the basic 3 from Mantis, and that's a 22 frame low. And this move is +3 on hit actually. So if you just this into this, let's do it. And you recover crouching, which we can see now when I'm pressing 1 here. Right? So now we're gonna mash 3. So versus normal characters who doesn't have a 10 frame while standing punisher, that low might be a bit annoying, right? And it says, and it says it's a counter hit launcher, so let's see. Boom. Alright, so this low, oh shit, sorry. This low has more uses. The thing that you're gonna fall for is that it's a low if she press 3-4, and then she can press 3-4-4, then it's low mid. Right? And then she can press 3-4 down 4, low. So let's record 3-4. Mantis 3-4, I mean. And what happens if you block the first low? So I don't know if 13 frames can interrupt it. Let's try 12. Okay, so 12 frame double collision. So you can always interrupt with 11 frames and more. So even though it's minus 14, you can always punish it with an 11 frame while standing forward. Or with Lee, you can just do this. So now you know that you don't actually, if you guess correctly and block the first one, you can just interrupt them. And trust me, a lot of Zafina players haven't labbed it themselves, you know, that you can actually interrupt the follow-ups. But that's like one of the things with Zafina, that you can actually hit her out if she tries to do the follow-ups, if you block the first one. So what happens if we do down, Mantis does 3-4, down 4. Record. And I block 2. What happens? 1, 2. Okay. Let's see how negative. Oh, he's actually minus 17. So yeah, too bad. Maybe somebody else could do. So this is always a punish, even though it's minus 17. Like if you block 2 lows, you can always interrupt. You should be able to hop kick as well, but. Alright, and now we do the mid instead. Mantis does 3-4-4. Alright, and see what happens if we do the while standing 2 here. Alright, then you get a float combo. So my advice with Lee, block 2, and you just do this. Let's see if we can. Okay, you can still get a hop kick. So King can probably just do this into float combo. But Lee seems to be having good options, right? Yeah, look, we're gonna eat the first one. They're not natural combo, the lows. You couldn't low parry though. But you can block it. So that string is very gimmicky. It just requires you to do a bit of research. Now she has boom, boom. See this shit? That's Mantis stands 4-3. What happens if she ever does that shit? It's low mid, right? Oh shit, the pushback is big. Why? Wonder what happens if I block the first one. Yeah, I can't interrupt. Damn, I need to wait so long. The blocks. That doesn't hit. But you can probably just dash up and do a hop kick. Yeah, She's minus 30. Oh, do hop kick. Dash, please. It's such a long recovery. You can either do that. I want to do blazing kick. Yeah, I need to just do a slow. What the fuck? What happened now? Damn! Okay, Kimori Show, thank you so much for the raid. Hello everyone, we're doing a tutorial about Zafina. I'm almost at the end. I've been doing it for 2 hours. And welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so this low to high, to mid, it's only a combo and counter hit. But it's minus 30 with really big pushback. Oh, and now we go to an important move. It's a new move for her in Mantis stats. It's the Power Crush. You press 1+2. Thank you guys so much for the follow. And you recover crouching. But she's minus 13. Alright. So if we go through the regular shit, duck this hit. If you don't duck it, press a generic down 4. This forces her. Oh shit, sorry. You do this. You can duck it. If you block it, that will whip right if she holds back. But they won't, because they're gonna press a button. And the only way she can beat your generic down 4 is by holding back or by pressing 3+4. And that 3+4 there is rather risky, right? I don't know. Does he have a 16 frame move? But either way, so we can see. But the low gets crushed. But they won't do that. And this is gonna be this is gonna be one of the flow shots that you might encounter. You eat the low, block this, think it's your turn, and you get crushed. Or power crushed. And this you can easily just beat by doing a generic down 4. You can't do a generic down 3 here, because that, she's 0, and she beats you. You're 16 frame move, she does a 14 frame. That's why you need to do a 12 frame, or 13 frame. But that's like, yeah, 12 and 13 frame. Okay. Remember, first one of while standing 1, minus 10. Second one, minus 13. But your 10 frame punish interrupts before the second hit. Important. 1+2, minus 12. 1+2, 4, minus 10. 1+2, 4, 4. Oh. minus 11, but your 10 frame punish can interrupt before the third hit. So it's only a two-way guessing game. 1 hit or 2 hits. Not the third hit is shit. 4, 2, 3. Always duck. Always duck. Otherwise, she's gonna end up in Scarecrow, and you guys are gonna be neutral. Neutral frame, 0. So you need to duck this. Really important. What else? This is her 10 frame punisher. If you block it, she's not supposed to be able to do pressure. The only thing that she can fuck you up with is she can do this as a power crush. I can show you. Right? And now she's minus 4. I tried to do a jab, but she's doing a 14 frame move that has 8 frame power crush. So, oh, yeah, exactly. So your move becomes 6 frames. Sorry. So you can always check her, yeah, with jab. But if you do always check her there with jab, she can actually high crush you. But if you do a down forward 1, she gets the power crush. So again, down back 4 or down 4 with other characters. But 1-3 with Zafina is a punisher. She can't use it on block. Alright? Oh, I forgot to go through this simple shit. This low is minus 17. It's 2-1, and it can only be a low. And she can cancel the low. And then she's probably gonna do like this to another low. Same thing, down forward 4-1. If she holds down, she cancels it, and you're gonna encounter this shit online. We're gonna cancel it, full crouch weave, guaranteed hit. Down forward 1, minus 5 on block, but you see the pushback, etc. And her backdash is so good. So let's record this. Okay. And now we record a side step. Or sidewalk. She gets hit. Okay, but the good thing about her down forward 1 that you need to know is the second hit minus 13 if it's mid, third hit minus 13. Down forward 1, 4, plus 12 on hit. This is an... Let's see if I can do it as quickly as possible. I don't know if that was quick enough, but let's see. Nope. Trying to do is probably still too slow. Let's see how bad I was. Probably shit. Okay, I was super bad. Was this any better? A little bit better. So, but as we can see that if she does it perfectly, you can't interrupt this. So, don't try to, if I'm gonna be honest. You can't sidestep it, seems like. So this is actually something that you probably have to need to respect, right? But what you can do is do this. If you always do that. That's the safest option. It has a bit of pushback, right? So you can probably backdash a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure. But plus 12 on hit, so don't challenge. Down forward 3, 4 should only be used as a punisher. She has down forward 3, down 4, which is low, so it's always high or low. So after this, always do a low parry. The second hit, the low is minus 14. I forgot to tell you guys that this string is minus 13, is down forward 4, 2. And this string is also minus 13, down forward 4, 1. This string kind of looks like the hell sweep, the snake edge. Down back. This is down back 1 plus 2, and this is down forward 1 plus 2. And this one is safe. It's 32 frames, has high evasion, normal hit, homing, launcher. Launch punish this, or punish this. She's minus 22, so she wants to do this move, and that move is minus 14. After this move, chill. Launch this move, punish back 1, minus 14. Up forward 1. If they start using this, she's plus 4 on block. High. So be careful about pressing buttons. If you block this, Lee has a good punish. This move is plus 4 on block. Scarecrow 1 plus 2 is 17 frames. So if you always respect this and they always go for this, remember that you can interrupt it with 12 frame moves. So with Lee you can just do a magic 4 to check. While standing 2, minus 14, minus 10, minus 13, interrupt. While standing 4 is only plus 2 on hit. Minus 9 on block. Only plus 2. This move makes you recover crouching, and she's minus 2 on block. So I would advise you to be really careful about what you're gonna do, because you're crouching, right? And this is gonna be a common setup. That's her parry. And the parry is actually just a power crush, and she takes full damage during the parry window. So if you do a 20 damage move, even though it's a power crush, you take full damage. And it's active on the 6th frame, so it's rather slow. Oh yeah, and Tarantula, the least useful stance, but the most annoying when you don't know, is that when you block this, do something really good. So let's see if we can take another character, like Armor King. I'm interested. So yeah, most characters only get this. Wonder if I can. Trying to do. Oh, I can't. Okay. So Armor King can actually do crouch cancel into this. Oh shit. And maybe he can do... Oh shit. No. And now if we just do... Oh. You wanna know what you can hit her with, right? Hopefully it doesn't. What did I... She automatically goes up. Never mind that. So now we're gonna see that like everything misses. So maybe this works. Nope, it doesn't seem to work. So I would do this with Armor King. He used to be, in Tekken 6 he used this. He used the shoulder. Every time she was in Tarantula, he just did this. Too bad this doesn't hit. So you need to find one of those good moves. I don't think it's guaranteed. The crouch jab into while standing 1-2 in the back. Yeah, Lars can probably do shoulder or down back 2-1, you know. But so this stance is actually, it's rather gimmicky and she can only use it in specific situations. Let's try this one. So yeah, that was a bit of help for you guys who don't know Zafina and how to stop them from abusing kind of like day one stuff. So for the people that just came, the VOD is 2 hours 20 minutes. It can probably be shortened up to like 40 minutes in total or some shit. But I also needed to figure out shit by myself and I answered questions. So let's move on to something else.